Hi, we are Team Bailiwick, and we're here to empower nonprofits to change the world through smarter constituent engagement. So what does this mean? Well, last year alone, over $358 billion was donated to charitable organizations. These donors care where their money is going. They donate because they like the idea, they agree with the mission statement. The cause they are giving to aligns with their personal affiliations. These donors want to be a part of something bigger. However, current donor management solutions that nonprofits have access to are woefully out of date. They're slow and expensive. Young development officers are spending way too much time fighting spreadsheets and pulling reports than they are instead of being in front of these donors and really engaging with them. This poor interface really leads to poor prospecting, which means that these nonprofits are leaving a lot of money on the table.
That's where Bailiwick comes in. We're an online CRM and analytics platform that allows nonprofits to quickly and easily access donor information, identify interests, and through web scraping and social media integration, we can bring in updated information and interests. Now that's really cool, because if you know what people like, you can design campaigns to match those affinities and drive better fundraising results. We also look to bring in additional people from the network to expand your donor network.
So there are 1.5 million nonprofits in the US. We're going to be targeting those generating between $1 and $10 million in annual gifts. These nonprofits have the size and resources to really benefit from our analytics. So we're going to start off here in the local market of Arizona, where there are over 3,500 charitable organizations that fit this criteria. And after our year one, we're going to expand to the rest of the U.S., where we can reach that 255,000 nonprofits. We have already identified and have spoken with our first 3 clients that will be our beta testers, and that will be on our platform come the end of summer.
We have 3 different pricing tiers with different feature sets that allow nonprofits to flexibly choose what they need and grow organically. These features include tools for introns that are doing data entry, development officers that are running the campaigns, and experienced users doing even more. We've already built out a front-end demo that you can check out at bailiwick.com, and we're working to bring on more developers to get our beta product done and in the hands of our initial users by the end of the summer. We hope to have any tweaks and kinks worked out by the end of the year for a full launch in December. So thank you for taking the time to listen to us today, and we'd love to come back this afternoon to show you how we're going to take Bailiwick to be Arizona's next SaaS company. Thank you.
All right, our next team up is Benebundle. You have 3 minutes, Benebundle.
Hello everyone, we're Benebundle. We're an e-commerce platform that sells environmentally friendly apparel.
When you hear the word pollution, people don't tend to think of the clothing industry, when in reality, the clothing industry is the second biggest contributor to pollution in the world. What if you were able to make a difference and help save some of Earth's natural resources just by doing something you do every single day, getting dressed? If you could benefit the environment and not only have to change your routine, wouldn't you want to? Here we have 2 t-shirts. One is made from cotton and one is made from hemp from a company called Hempies. They are around the same price, but one t-shirt made from cotton takes up to 700 gallons of water to produce, which is enough water for one person to drink for 900 days. While t-shirts made from materials like hemp take half the water, last longer, and do not emit dangerous toxins into our environment. Which t-shirt would you choose to buy? Recent studies have shown that people would choose to shop eco-friendly and buy more eco-friendly products if these products were more available and easier to access.
That's where Benebundle comes in. So we will be the go-to website for eco-friendly shoppers where they can find and purchase these products from companies like Hempies, which are Benebundle approved. We provide an easy online platform where our shoppers can learn about all of these products with just a click of a button. And in turn, these companies that create and sell these products will then be able to become more well-known, which ultimately helps the environment. So why shop on Benebundle.com as opposed to other retailers? Because each item sold on our website first must pass this criteria list in order to be Benebundle approved. This certification process allows Benebundle customers to purchase products with complete confidence. And by encouraging these companies to follow these 8 practices, we are promoting a more sustainable world. After contacting several companies, we have agreed upon a 15 to 30% commission fee, which will be taken on the back end of each sale on our website. The customer will come to our website, they'll make the order, and purchase the product, we'll send all those order details to the retailer whose specific product was purchased. They will then package that product with our certification seal and send it directly to the end user.
From the 15 to 30% commission rate, Benabundle was able to generate a financial forecast where we were able to make nearly $2 million from 130,000 customers, which is about 8% of our attainable Arizona market in our stable third year.
So finally, one of the main reasons that we wanted to start Benabundle was to make a positive impact globally. And we believe if we change the way that people shop and make their purchasing decisions, that we can encourage a sustainable life necessary to help preserve our planet. This poster was our way of validating that people care about this cause just as much as we do. And they showed it by painting their hands and pledging to help make a difference. Thank you all so much for listening to our Venture Benabundle, and we hope to share a bunch more later.
What if I told you there was a segment within the entertainment industry that has more annual users than the 5 biggest sports leagues combined? This is the zoo and museum industry in the United States. Now, I know you're probably not a zoo or museum buff, but what I can tell you is that it's typically families who visit these institutions. They come to be entertained, in awe, delighted, and inspired. And so today here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk to you about our customers. This is Jason Jacobs of the Reed Park Zoo. He has typical needs like cutting costs, generating revenue, boosting STEM education, and promoting animal conservation efforts worldwide. And today, we have our opportunity to disrupt an industry that hasn't changed nearly since its inception. And that's where we come in. Karen Media provides our zoo and museum customers with a software-as-a-service solution that allows them to quickly and easily create educational games, interactive scavenger hunts, tours, and even audio tours that are all accessible to visitors on their mobile devices. This means that for the first time, we can provide visitors with a new, interactive, and exciting experience for every single exhibit in a zoo or museum. And the best thing is, it's a low-cost solution. Because unlike having to shut down a wing of a museum, which is very costly, or having to hire and train new employees, which would be, would take a long time, we're able to do this at a lower cost and in less time. So with Karen Media, every visitor gets a personalized experience.
Now you may have noticed that we've been featuring the Reed Park Zoo here in the presentation. And the reason being is that we've actually partnered with them to bring them our very first prototype in their zoo. But at this point you might be wondering how we get money. Well, initially we charge our customers an upfront fee in order to create our customized application as well as implement it. But after that we'll be charging a monthly recurring fee to maintain and provide them with great customer service. Now these prices are based on their historical revenue that they've brought in, as well as it's been validated through our competitors' pricing models, as well as through talking with potential customers that we have.
So let's take a look at our market. Right now there's 230 accredited zoos and 37,000 museums that are catering to over 250 million annual visitors. The potential to get in front of 250 million pairs of eyes is enormous, especially when we factor in things like in-app purchases. So with that being said, 5 years from now, kids and children alike will be able to experience zoos and museums in a completely different way. Help us make that a reality. Thank you.
Hi, we are Firefly, and we are hoping to simplify restaurant management. For example, take Michael. Michael is a restaurant owner that does not currently offer delivery, but has been considering adding it to his operations as a means to increase his sales, as well as his overall customer satisfaction. Unfortunately, Michael is highly concerned with the costs associated with hiring drivers, as well as overhead in general. Next, meet Robert. Robert is also a restaurant owner here in Tucson, Arizona. He wants to offer delivery as a means to stay relevant in the industry. However, he is highly frustrated by how much it costs to hire drivers, as well as cross-training and management. There are 887 people, just like Robert and Michael, in Tucson, Arizona alone, and over 1 million in the United States. We believe that we have their solution.
Our solution for restaurants is Our solution for restaurants is an application that is easily downloadable to any Android or Apple device. You can see an example of it here on the screen behind me. Let me give you guys a real quick demonstration of how this works. So basically, if a customer calls a restaurant, and while the restaurant has their customer on the phone, they would go to this application or this interface here and press request a driver. On this screen, it would input all of their customers' delivery information, as well as the order number and total. They would send the request, and then the application would then communicate with our servers, and our command responsive optimization algorithm would then pair the next best available driver to their delivery request. So here they will be able to see who the delivery driver is, when they can expect them to pick up the food, as well as when they can expect the food to be delivered to their customer. This is another screen where they will be able to have a real-time interface, or a real-time interface where they can manage all of their in-progress deliveries, as well as see where those deliveries are currently located and see where their Parkline's drivers are currently located. For our venture timeline, we're in the development phase now. We're developing our software and our customer relationships, as well as a planned launch date in January of 2017. 1 year after that, we're going to expand into 5 additional markets, and then 2 years after that, we're going to expand into 10 different markets, which would put us in a total of 16 markets in a 4th year of business. So financial projections for our 5th year, we have $24 million in gross income with a net income of $3.12 million, and an expected break-even point in approximately a 28th month of business, and an end-of-year 5 acquisition value of $65 million. So if you'd like to hear more about how you could get a 10x return on your investment, please ask us back. We'd love to tell you some more about Carfly. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Cover. We are offering a new and easy-to-use approach to camping and music festivals nationwide. Now, I'd first like to introduce you to Sky. Now, Sky is one of the 32 million Americans who will attend at least one music festival this year alone. Sky is also your typical college student, one who's encumbered with student loans and has very little disposable income for fun activities. This year, however, he and his friends have the opportunity to attend Coachella, one of the largest music festivals in the nation, and they've been saving up for months just to purchase their tickets. Now, they want to spend their weekends camping at the festival location. However, they don't own any camping equipment. They can't afford to go out and buy new gear. He and his friends represent just a few of the 50,000 people that will camp at Coachella over a single weekend. And this is their last hurrah before they enter the real world. So they're eager and desperate to find an affordable and easy-to-use solution that will ensure they have a roof over their head at night.
So the biggest challenge for Sky is going to be finding a place to stay. And his options are limited. Hotels are extremely expensive and often far removed from the festivals themselves. University rec centers have run out of equipment to rent. He doesn't want to buy brand new equipment for one weekend. There are 6 million festival campers at over 90 festivals nationwide, just like Sky. This is when we bring you Cover. Cover is an equipment rental service that offers tents, easy-ups, and sleeping bags for all of our festival campers. We take the hassle out of camping because we're not your average rental service. You don't come to us to pick up the equipment. We don't send it to you in the mail and let you hassle through it. We are on site, ready to set it up when you get there and tear it down.
Currently, our competition isn't focused on the overall process of music festival camping. They lack the quality and simplicity of our service, leaving their customers with the hassle of transporting or shipping equipment. We are 38% more affordable than our competition, and for just $40, we can do a tent just like this for the entire weekend. We can even assure the setup to take less than 30 seconds. Our tents pay for themselves after their very first rental. We expect about 30 rentals from a tent just like this based on secondary research at the University of Arizona, resulting in 48 times return on our initial investment.
Attending a music festival is about friends, music, a community of fans, and the highly shareable moments they experience. Our priority and commitment to our customers is to make festival camping as easy as possible. We want to enhance their overall experience by exceeding their expectations through our service. We were even able to test our business model by servicing our community at Coachella. $10,000 would allow us to cover 100% of our inventory for year 1. Our profitable concept has allowed us to cover 1, and we hope to cover many more. So we look forward to covering you at the next festival.
Hello, thank you for having us today. We are Define Technologies, here to talk to you about how we plan to use virtual reality to enrich the way that you connect with the people that matter most. This project has been a collaborative effort between students of the McGuire Center for Entrepreneurship and the College of Engineering, as we sponsored a senior design team to help us build a product that's going to add a whole new dimension to social media. With the help of our advisors who have relevant experience in product development for hardware startups and new venture development, we feel prepared to make Arizona the next hub of virtual reality innovation.
For nearly 125 years, humans have been trying to leverage technology to recreate experiences in 3D. But not until recent years has that technology finally gotten to the point where that dream can be a reality. Billions of dollars are being pumped into this industry, and we're seeing that people are getting excited. But there's a few things missing. One of those things is that real personal experience. Current solutions are expensive, they're hard to handle, they're just not practical. Even sharing content has proven to be a challenge. But we're offering a whole new way for people to share, connect, and experience things that they never thought were possible. We're doing that by a friendly user solution.
And so this is VidiVR. It is our patent-pending wearable virtual reality camera. It captures your exact first-person perspective in 3D, so you can share it through a virtual reality headset. And so here's how it works. Kramer's going to the beach, but Zach couldn't be there that day. So Kramer puts on Vidi, and with a simple hand gesture, he begins recording. Zach, from the comfort of his own home, he opens up the VidiVR mobile app, puts his phone in his Google Cardboard, and begins watching through Kramer's eyes as if he's there. This is the future of social media that we're creating. And so VR is moving fast. And so we've partnered up with some very talented design firms on both the front end and the back end to help us produce an app that is user-friendly and also at scale when we're ready to produce hardware. And then after we raise the $100,000 it'll take to kick this off and get our marketing operations going, we're going to need to recruit the Vidi ambassadors. These are going to be people with very large influence online who have a lot of followers, so we can use them to help get the product feedback that we need to build a product that suits their social VR needs, and also to expose to their followers this future of social media that we're creating. And then once we do that, we'll be in a good position to raise around $2 million to partner with our advisors, product design firm, to be able to scale production. We want to have units ready in January. And so it seems like every person we talked to about this has their own ideas for what it can be useful for. Whether it's a med student who wants to use it to help them learn how to perform surgery better, or a musician who wants to give their fans that behind-the-scenes experience. Marketers are extremely excited about this because it's an easy way to get into VR marketing, and they can give that authentic feel that marketers desire and how they can best connect with young people. And also travelers. They want to be able to give their friends and family at home that same experience that they're having without having to manage a camera. And so if you invite us back this weekend, we'll tell you about which groups of these that we're focusing on and how we can help craft the future and make Arizona this hub of VR innovation.
Our company is EasyKey, and we are looking to eliminate every type of key out there except for the one that always exists, your fingerprint. How many of you out in the audience are like Aaron, a manager from Rancho Care Community right here in Tucson? You have so many keys that look alike, or simply just too many keys that you're constantly fumbling around with getting into things. I know we do. We developed the idea of using fingerprint scanning technology and being able to integrate it into infrastructures of all sizes. This is something that currently is not on the marketplace now. There's no key, no code, no bulky lock on a door, just your fingerprint and a scanner.
While the technology we will be utilizing in our lock is not proprietary, the way we will be integrating into different markets is currently not being done. We discovered the need to cater to businesses, their employees, and management early on. Within the elder care facility market, there is a high turnover of keys, dissatisfaction with the amount of keys, and costs piling up from the $500 to $1,000 spent per year on replacing them. Our solution could impact over 2 million elder Americans who reside in these facilities. As for entering the luxury good retailing space, we wondered why physical brick-and-mortar retailers can't have those customer engagement metrics that online retailers have easy access to. Our lock can provide them with this, along with an additional layer of security. And from there, we hope to go into in-home security and luxury student apartments.
Our product consists of two components. One is a fingerprint reader that scans the user's fingerprint. If this ID is approved, then it activates the lock remotely. These locks can be retrofitted to existing systems, meaning that our customers do not need to replace their current setups to use our product. Bundled with these locks is software. This software allows our customers to have access control on the fly. Managers can see which employees have access to which locks, as well as grant temporary access if the need arises. Meanwhile, the online retail space has had the privilege of seeing how popular a product is amongst customers by seeing how many views a web page has. We want to bring this information to the physical retail space, and we'll do this by archiving lock usage, which gives them information on how much a certain collection is being accessed.
The way our company makes money is simple. Our revenue is driven from the quantity of blocks sold, as well as the number of subscribers we have to our retail analytical software. Price points are going to be around $100 for our Elder Care Facilities lock, $50 for our retail lock, and $99 a month for our retail analytical subscription service. While these are only our tentative pricing points, we anticipate our pricing model to fit the needs of different business desires. This could include customized sales contracts, as well as price bundles to fit whatever it is that they're looking for, whether they're looking for multiple locks, or the access control software, or whatever it is their business may need. While these are, we have addressed the first few markets we're going into, luxury retailers, elder care facilities, luxury apartments, and so on. We think the opportunities for our venture are endless. We've been approached by several different businesses and industries that we hadn't originally thought of at one of our recent trade shows. And so we'd love to have the opportunity to come back here this afternoon and explain this more in depth, as well as the plan for the launch of our venture. Thank you.
Hi. The problem we're trying to solve is there's all these great social media applications coming out every day. They're awesome. I use a lot of them. I'm pretty sure you guys use as well, including your children and your grandchildren. But there's so many of them that it starts to get out of hand. What we want to do is bring them all together to one place or one handle. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let's take Matt, for example. Like most of us, he likes to stay connected. But if you look closely, his Facebook username, his LinkedIn username, his Twitter username, they're all different. This makes it a little hard to stay connected with Matt. So what we do is we want to bring all these together to one place and give Matt one name or one handle. This could be on a business card, this could be on the bottom of an email signature, and if you look up Matt on our app, this is what you get to see. This is Matt's public profile. He's chosen to have Facebook, Twitter, and email as public. So if I connect with him, and if he connects back with me, I get to see his phone and his physical address. What's really cool is that if any of these information is to change, all Matt has to do is update on his end and automatically update on mine.
There are more than 70 million smartphone users in the United States. However, we want to target about 57% of them who are entrepreneurs and career-focused individuals. Now specifically, we want to target about 140,000 of these people who are entrepreneurs, career-focused individuals, and students at large universities like the U of A. About.me, Atmosphere, Refresh, and Human are few of our notable competitors in this space. However, Handle differentiates itself by offering the really awesome features of a user-centric search focus and a dynamic contact list. During our closed beta launch last October, we released Handle here for a specific target audience at the U of A. Ever since, we've been listening to our customers for feedback as we continue to improve Handle and add roll out new features. We plan to launch a highly incentivized campus ambassadors program initially here at the U of A and then expand gradually into universities like the ASU to get traction with a larger university audience. We've already forged partnerships with large student events like Hack Arizona, where at one shot we can give a handle to more than 1,000 participants.
In terms of our pricing, the end user application will be completely free for basic users and will start at 99 cents a month for power users. On the business end, we provide a rich set of features including developer APIs, tools for geofencing and geo-targeting, and also a dedicated platform for businesses to build bots and workflows right inside Handle. This is the team. We are a sound, rock solid team, and this is Raj, I'm Shiv. We are graduate students of computer science, and we have team members outside the McGuire program as well. Dan James is our mentor. Thank you.
We are live at onlyhandle.com. What are you guys waiting for? Go claim your free handle right now. Thank you.
Hi everyone, we're Inertia, and we're an app redefining what it means for communities to engage in fitness. This is Vaughn. Vaughn is a part of the $10.2 billion industry that is a fitness trainer. Fitness trainers include everything from personal trainers, running coaches, yoga instructors, and everything else in between. Vaughn's got a problem though. Vaughn is not associated with a gym, and it's tough for him to get new clients. He knows he needs to get them because of the high turnover rate of his industry, but he also knows that he needs to spend his time building his business at the same time. That's where Inertia comes into play. Because Vaughn is a certified personal trainer, we find him through their directories and sell him on the benefits of Inertia. With Inertia, Vaughn is able to create events in his community based on his particular expertise. In these events, he's able to invite people in the community and basically handle all the planning for the event, while he can just go to the event, show up, and focus on creating a great atmosphere for his clients.
This is Olivia.
Olivia is part of the 30 million people in the United States who are targeted demographic that are interested in or engaging in fitness. Olivia, though, doesn't want to be tied down to a gym contract because she wants to engage in a variety of fitness activities. While she's scrolling through Facebook, she sees our ad on her Facebook feed. She thinks it's interesting, clicks the ad, downloads our application, fills out a profile, and gets an activity feed of local events in her area that she can engage in that match her interests. All she has to do is click the activity, fill out the application, and then pay the activity fee, and all she has to do is show up and engage in the activity with the rest of her community. Now, these are our competitors. This is how we're different, but how we're better, and our competitive advantage over them is that, one, we do foster the social activity, integrating that with fitness once again. Now, we're doing that because, one, it makes it fun, but it also creates a safe learning environment that fosters learning and activity and also accountability. People want to show up to these events. Two, we're not tied down to a gym or a trainer or one-on-one activities. This allows us to offer a variety of activities to a variety of people in a variety of areas.
So even though we are at base, we have the potential to launch nationally and internationally right off the bat, we're taking a different approach. We're going to go with the land and expand model that Uber made so popular. We need boots on the ground for this operation to be successful. So what we want to do is take it city by city, really build our community until we move on to the next one. So by the end of year 5, we expect to be in 9 of the most fit cities in the US, bringing in about $6 million in revenue. Once again, we are Inertia. Thank you for coming out to listen to us and help us make healthier communities.
Good afternoon. We are Infancy, a luxury baby products company that's integrating technology with traditional baby products like car seats, strollers, and cribs. Companies today, like Nest Thermostat, are creating luxury for their customers by integrating technology and traditional products, and that's what we're doing with Infancy. We found this opportunity in the market as 3 trends came together. Consumers have a high engagement with technology. 2, there's a lack of technology integrated into these products. And finally, there are successful luxury brands in this market, but they're differentiating themselves mainly on style. Now, we know that approximately 4 million babies are born every year. A little over 3 million of those are born to millennials. That's our target market. They have a high engagement with technology. We're also targeting mid to upper income because we are a luxury brand.
Jason has highlighted 2 trends: increased demand for style and technology. As you can see, there are no companies currently in the baby product industry recognizing this opportunity and combining technology and style until now. With our investment and today's grand prize, we'll be able to complete our prototype of our car seat, which we brought here today, with our heating and cooling feature powered by Tektronix's patented technology. In addition, following the heating and cooling, we'll go into the safety notification, which is powered over the GSM SIM network, and we'll also integrate the entertainment suite and personal metrics. Following prototyping and testing, we will bring the product to market early next year.
Well, we have a marketing plan in 3 different phases. We will start with online influencers such as online moms, online bloggers, or like YouTube moms. So in that way, we are planning to reach millions of moms with really low cost. We are a startup company, so we want to use our marketing budget in most efficient way. And we think that would be a great way to reach many moms, and we think it's a great way to influence millennials. And in the second phase, we are going to go to offline influencers such as celebrity endorsements, and at the end, we are going to go to advertisements to place in search engines. And in that way, we are going to reach too many moms.
Along with MBAs, we are a team of 3 engineers, 1 architect, and 1 beautiful baby. With combined experience of more than 25 years in the industry, we have the expertise to build this product and bring it to market. We are in fancy, and we integrate design and technology into every delivery product. Thank you.
All right, I think we'll move to our next team, Jupiter.
We are Jupiter Drone Technologies, and we are positioning ourselves to be the Android of drones.
But first, allow me to paint you a picture of what life with drones would look like. You wake up Saturday morning to take your dogs for a walk, and chasing your drone is the best way to get them exercise because it actually gets them running. And you get to make a cute little video, post it online afterwards. Or maybe you just want to lounge, so you set a route on your computer, let that drone do the walking for you. On another day, you're sitting at your computer tooling around the search engine Bing, and your wife calls from the other room, "Honey, did you remember to pick up your brother's favorite beer for tonight?" You panic. You completely forgot. But you say, "Of course, it's in the garage." Then you call your local store and ask them for an emergency delivery. A few moments later, that beer's at your first front door, and you feel like the hero. Applications like these are entertaining and only a small fraction of what drones are actually capable of. But there's a problem in writing these apps. Because there are so many drone manufacturers, each with their own software, a software engineer has to write the same app for all of these platforms. Think of it like this. 10 years ago, the mobile phone industry was in the same boat. If you wanted to write the Facebook app back then, you would have had to have written it over 20 times because there were over 20 different software platforms for mobile phones. That is the drone industry today. But solutions were created for mobile phones. And now, smartphones have been boiled down basically to two options, Android and iOS. Jupiter is doing the same thing for the drone industry. Our solution is our software platform that will allow developers to write an application once, and our app store, where we will market and sell our apps. Now, Samir's going to answer the most important question: how do we make money?
Thank you. So there are estimated 2 million drones out in the US alone, and they need software to do all kind of cool stuff. So how are we going to help them, like these consumers, and make money? There are two ways. First, by selling our apps on our app store. Second, by allowing other companies and individuals to sell their apps on our app store for royalty per download. In the near future, you will be touched by drones, and these things will come along when we launch our own application. So like mobile phones, you will be able to download multiple apps on your one drone. So ladies and gentlemen, we are the Jupiter, we are the Android for the drones. Thank you for listening to us and help support us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Brittany, and with me today are my teammates Jason, Jake, and Zach, and together we are Park Central. So most people don't think very fondly of parking. We've all had that time where you're running 10 or 15 minutes late already, you spilled your coffee in your lap, and when you go to pull into the only available parking spot in the entire lot, another driver pulls one of these with his money out. Through our research, we have found that people find parking to be too expensive, generally too far away from where they need to go, and also just overall inconvenient. We found this to be especially true in densely populated cities as well as college campuses, and we want to change that. Park Central wants to redefine your parking experience.
As Brittany mentioned, the problems of inconvenience and the costliness of parking are the worst around colleges and universities and central business districts. And these markets combine to generate $6 billion in revenue each year. We want to take advantage of this opportunity and capitalize on it by creating an app that links parkers to private landowners. Through the use of the app, parkers can view, reserve, and pay for parking at the click of a button, saving an average of 8 minutes per trip at less, and also saving 50% the cost of traditional parking methods. On the other hand, parking providers can make extra money and additional income by lending their spots, and will receive this money each time a parker parks one of their spaces. Through this sharing economic system, we're not only increasing the efficiency and enjoyment of your parking experience, but we're also creating spots that previously didn't exist.
So when you first open the application, if you notice on the right side of the screen, that will be your home page. And if you're a driver, you can search by location, time, or a conjunction of the two to find the parking spot that best fits your needs. So once you find the spot that best fits your needs, you will be directed to the screen on the top right, the booking page, where you can select the exact time you want to spend at that parking space, and it will total up your charge, and you can book it, and then it'll go into your bookings page on the bottom right, where you can switch from your parking provider's menu option or your parker's menu option.
Companies like Amazon, eBay, and more recently Uber and Airbnb have given their users the ability, the power to access commerce at the click of a button, and we want to do the same with parking. We view parking as a transaction, and Park Central is going to expand the marketplace. We're going to collect revenue we're going to generate revenue by collecting a 20% processing fee on each transaction, which we estimate to be $4.50 in Tucson and expand to $6 when we move across the West Coast into major markets. Thank you, and help us redefine the parking industry.
Sir, thank you for coming today. We have a problem. Your son has been doing poorly in my algebra class. I've tried tutoring. I don't know what else to do.
Son, what happened? Why are you not studying? School is boring. Everything we learn is irrelevant to life. I just want to quit right now.
Pardon my interruption. I'm from Philosopher Technologies, and I have just a thing for you. It seems that these days, students are just not engaged with high school algebra anymore. In fact, only 3 out of 4 high school students are able to make it through all 4 years of Arizona high school. And those trends repeat themselves from coast to coast. I have just a thing for you. It is the latest release from Philosopher Technologies' virtual reality library. Research shows that when students are engaged, they become motivated. When they're motivated, their test scores increase. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you're experiencing.
Well, on the left side, I see the traditional mathematics stuff, but here I see something very realistic. I can actually move these things and the equations change with it. You know what? This is something I could relate to. I think I would just quit school if you did this.
Wait. I'm concerned that as a teacher, I'm going to lose my job over this device.
Absolutely not. You will not lose your job the same way you did not lose your job when textbooks came out. Virtual reality is one of the most engaging ways to motivate students and have them interact with what's going on. Consider this the best tool in your toolbox, not a replacement.
So do you have evidence that this works?
I have evidence right here, absolutely, that shows that when students are engaged, they become motivated. When they're motivated, they score higher. And yes, we do. We have this evidence right here.
Is the VR market a trend in education?
Yes, I'm a market research analyst, and I have recently read that virtual reality market is estimated to grow at a rate of 57.5% for the next 5 years and reach $10 billion in US alone, of which $0.8 billion should be spent on educational software alone. So is this only available for algebra?
We're only selling algebra software right now, but as we expand and scale up, we'll start to cover different subjects.
This sounds expensive. How much is it?
It's only $50 for a 1-year subscription, and we recommend that every classroom gets 10 subscriptions, so every student will have a chance to use this. And at this rate, we should have $50 million in just 10 years.
Does this come with hardware?
No, it does not come with hardware, but we can arrange that if you need it.
It's only $50. Currently, I'm spending almost $600 on back-to-school technology on my son here. I can afford it.
And our school is spending approximately $7,000 per student here in Arizona.
And he's not the only parent who thinks that this is affordable. For $10,000, we can hire the best programmers and have the software in your hands for the 2017 school year. We'd love to tell you more details and the nitty-gritty about our product, but you'll have to take us in for round 2 for that.
Good afternoon. I'm Michael Young, and with me I have Cameron Steiner and Jimmy Song, and we are really excited to introduce you to Rover and tell you about Connection Redefined. So first we want to introduce you to Alex. Alex is a recent college grad who moved cross-country to take a great job in the Bay Area. Unfortunately, Alex doesn't know anyone, and his coworkers simply don't fall in that same age range and don't have any activity interests in common with Alex. Alex, being a millennial, can go out to bars, do some activities, try to meet people, or you can download one of the many new online dating apps that are so prevalent in today's market. The problem with these apps is Alex doesn't really know who's on that other end of the screen, and these applications simply don't have the feature set to compete long-term in a marketplace where connection really matters, and that is where Rover steps in. Rover is the mobile social network for best discovering new and exciting connections wherever you are. And Cameron's going to tell you exactly how we accomplish this.
Like Michael mentioned, Rover's solution is multifaceted, in which it stems from our large feature set.
Our first feature we want to mention is our 3-section split. So the app is split up into 3 key sections: casual, serious, and friends. And this gives the user the option to choose what type of relationship it is that they are looking for. Next, we have our activity interests. This is part of the onboarding process for the user, in which they choose between 3 and 8 activity interests that really best describes them. And they can also search for other users with similar activity interests as well. Next, we have our icebreakers. These are our unique and scientifically designed conversation starters meant to do exactly what the word says: break the ice. Additionally, we have video highlights. This truly takes users beyond the standard swipe, and they can really showcase their personality by answering various prompts. Platforms such as Instagram and Snapchat have all integrated video, but none of our competitors have done so yet. And lastly, we have instantaneous photo verification. This is so the users can rest assured that they know exactly who they are talking to at any moment, and they know that they are actually who they appear to be.
We worked with Applause, a market research firm, to validate our current solution. The results we received were extremely favorable, one that being 96% of testers want to meet other users who share similar key activity interests, whether that's for friendship or for dating. Our target market consists of over 16 million 18 to 24-year-old smartphone users living in the United States. Our initial target market, our initial city launch will be in Tucson, Arizona, and we'll be focusing on about 120,000 people. We'll be implementing a B2C and B2B revenue model. For B2C, we'll be offering the standard free subscription, as well as the premium monthly subscription at $9.99 per month. For B2B, we'll be offering in-application advertisements, as well as business partnerships.
On behalf of the entire Rover team, we are really excited to announce we're going to be launching next week. We can't wait you to download Rover for yourself and experience Connection Redefined. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hannah. This is Ryan, Andy, and Dan. We are Seller to Seller. About 12 years ago, my father purchased a plot of land in Sonoma, Arizona, which is one of 3 major grape growing regions in the state. His intent was to build a vineyard on it, a vineyard he named Hannah's Hill. Every weekend since, we've traveled from Phoenix to Sonoma, about a 3-hour drive, in order to see this dream come true. Needless to say, we have very limited amounts of time. So we are unable to devote the proper amount of time to market growth. Instead, our time is built on business necessities and producing the best quality product that we can make. This is a common problem of many vineyards. They do not have the time, and the infrastructure in rural America is often several years behind that of the city, meaning that many of them still manage their online presence through DSL connections.
So, what is Seller to Seller? We are an online, disruptive, local wine community. We broker the sales of wine direct from producer to consumer, utilizing a proprietary virtual sommelier software which provides unique personal recommendations to our customers to help replicate the in-winery experience.
So we'll begin our operations in Sonoyta with obviously Hannah's Hill and about 5 other vineyards in the area. We'll then move into product and software diversification, focusing on products locally sourced in Arizona, similar to the ones seen here. We'll then apply our same business model to a select few states, then move into nationwide expansion.
Seller to Seller generates revenue by charging a 17.5% commission on all bottles sold through our website. This is much lower than the predatory pricing of 40 to 60% that distributors engage in. Despite charging a fair rate, we're still a highly profitable company, having earnings to revenue that's significantly higher than similar e-commerce sites, such as eBay or Etsy. The market for locally produced wine is all about personalized experience. It's why people drive hours to seek out these vineyards. Seller to Seller's online sommelier tool simulates this by recommending local varietals based on common tasting notes, such as fruity or buttery or smooth. The largest wine industry report recently identified direct vineyard-to-consumer sales as the largest growing sales channel, and Seller to Seller is enabling these smaller vineyards to take advantage of this extremely lucrative channel. By helping the vineyards re-emerge from a local landscape to the national market, we are changing the face of locally sourced wine and making a difference to the winemakers in these communities. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to introduce you to Stacy. She's 35 years old, she's married, and she has 2 kids. One of these kids actually has 4 legs, is pretty furry, and loves to slobber on her when she gets home. As you probably guessed, it's her dog, Duke. Stacy and her family are about to go on a vacation. Unfortunately, it's a vacation where she can't bring Duke. Stacy's very stressed out about this. She's scouring the internet, she's asking all of her friends, and she comes across something called pet boarding facilities. And after doing some research on these, Stacy doesn't feel comfortable leaving her pet, leaving Duke, in a run-down kennel. She's not sure that they would take very good care of him. That's when she comes across a pet hotel that focuses on luxury. A pet hotel that understands that it's stressful to leave a pet behind. A pet hotel that focuses on flexibility and convenience. That pet hotel is Sitmoto.
Now that Stacy has found Sitmoto, all she has to do is book a reservation online. Currently, Sitmoto is the only pet hotel who offers online reservation services for their customers. During this reservation process, Stacy will be asked a number of questions, including inputting Duke's veterinary information, which will allow our software to gain access to all of Duke's shop records. Upon completion of this registration, Stacy will then be free to drop Duke off at any time or schedule to have him picked up by our convenient chauffeur service. While at Sitmoto, Duke will experience many luxury services. Upon arrival, Duke will join many of his other furry friends in the common play area. At night, Duke will settle down in the King Suite, which will come fully equipped with a king-size bed, toys to play with, and a television all to himself. Also in this room, we'll have video monitoring services, so at any time, Stacy can log into our website and check on Duke's welfare while away on vacation. So Duke will be able to experience a fun and anxiety-free weekend while with us here at Sitmoto. Also, Stacy will be able to relax while she's away on vacation, knowing that Duke is in great hands with Sitmoto.
Thank you so much for your time, and we'd love to tell you more about how we plan on scaling Sitmoto into a national brand in the next round of pitches.
Good afternoon, everyone. Judges, thank you for being here. We are SylSync, and we are syllabus creation and management software. So, first, to give you an overview of our SylSync's team, we have our business team. We're centered here at the U of A. It's 4 students standing in front of you, and we handle the business functions of SylSync Pine County. And then we have our development team. They're based at the University of North Carolina. They build, code, and manage the software behind SylSync. Now, we're all college students. And the reason we made SylSync is because during our time in college, we identified a significant gap between the impact and the potential impact technology could be making on schooling and the impact it's currently making. So what's the problem? Right now, there's an overarching need for a unifying academic hub for students, professors, and administrators alike. To coincide with this, class sizes are getting larger and larger, and online learning is becoming more and more prevalent. Now, schools haven't kept pace with this advanced technology. Paper syllabi are still the main way information is transmitted from the classroom, and communication from professors to students is still done primarily through email. The end customer for our product would be universities and civic colleges within universities, and the end user would be administrators, students, and professors. Our solution is SylSync. It's our product, and we believe it has 3 key features and benefits that alleviate these problems I touched on before. That'd be our syllabus management suite, our integrated notification system, and our student academic hub. And Jackson will take you through these features in more detail.
So first we have our syllabus management suite. This is aimed to help teachers build and manage their syllabi easier and transfer data in between semesters, which we found is a large pain point for professors as they have the same classes but different due dates each semester. Next we have our integrated communication system. So this allows for instant communication between professors and students, so if they make a change in their syllabus on, say, Sunday night for an assignment due on Tuesday, they can update their students and it goes directly to their phone instead of being lost somewhere in the thousands of emails you may get a day. And lastly, we have our student academic hub, and we're most excited about this feature as students because it simplifies everything. It allows students to receive push notifications for their assignments and see every test, due date, and assignment reminder on their phone. It also helps lead to higher grades and allows our class schedule to be visible and accessible. As for our business model, we're selling directly to universities with a subscription service on a per-year basis. This is starting off at $5 per student, at years 1 and 2 and will update to $10 per student in year 3 onward as we add more features, better support, and better service. So an example of this is the University of North Carolina school system, which we're currently in contract negotiations for, which would equate to $1.1 million in revenue. So why we need you today is that more funding allows for a better and more complete product and helps spread StillSync across the country. Thank you for your time. We'd love to come back and tell you more about how we can change the future.
Thank you, Andy. Good afternoon, everyone. We are Dressier Pharma. I'm Atul and I come from a business background. With me, I have Javier and Iman, who come from the chemistry background and are PhDs. Since last 1 year, we have been talking about how we can build business around science and use it to help people. That is what Theracia's mission is, specifically to develop effective therapeutics for treating neurological disorders. Now let's dive more deeper into the problem we are treating.
Over 4 million people around the world suffer from Parkinson's disease, making it the second most common neurodegenerative condition. Today, there is no cure for this condition, but most of these people take L-Dopa, the gold standard treatment to relieve the symptoms associated with it. And it actually works great, especially in the first years. Then what is the problem? Well, with time, over 90% of the people taking this L-Dopa medication will develop debilitating side effects known as dyskinesia. This dyskinesia is that shaking that you see in most Parkinson's patients, such as Michael J. Fox. As you can imagine, it is debilitating and significantly impairs the patient's quality of life. The dyskinesia market is expected to reach nearly $500 million by 2019, and currently there is only one, not very effective drug to counteract the problem. Consequently, more effective therapeutics are needed.
Our solution is a drug candidate discovered and developed at the University of Arizona. The drug candidate, or HCV3, has shown promising results in interacting with the key regions of the brain associated with dyskinesia. In addition, HCV3 has shown positive results in animal model of dyskinesia with no toxicity issue. HCV3 now is ready to advance to next stages of development.
It is a very deep and costly affair to take the drug to the market, and everyone knows about the phases it goes through. For Theracia, we plan to license out in the phase 2 of the clinical trials that reduces a huge amount of money that is required moving forward. For the next 2.5 years, we plan at gaining non-dilutive fundings from NIH and Michael J. Fox Foundation. This helps us create value around our company and gain attraction from the investors. Moving forward, this is a team you see before it. But we know the industry in general requires huge experience, and for investors who trust in us, we brought in Mike Sembers as the CEO of the company. He has been successful in bootstrapping and exiting many of the pharmaceutical companies. Along with him, we have support from the inventors themselves, helping us through the process of designing experiments moving forward. Also, we appointed a robust advisory board with 4 executives from world-renowned pharmaceutical industries to help us in each and every process moving forward and taking the drug to the market. We thank you, and with the money we've been today, it would help us sustain till we get our first NIH grant in the ending of the year. We thank you and would like to provide you more details in the next round.
All right, good afternoon. We are Weirdo, and we seek to change the way that people select amazing restaurants. We are food and mood matchmakers. Everybody has a different taste in restaurants, and when we're looking for a place to eat, we look for more than just good food. We look for places that match our party and personality. We begin by proposing the question, where do we go for food and fun? Well, it really depends on our mood. The appropriate place for a romantic dinner might not be it for a birthday celebration. My preferences might not match yours, and they really might not match the preferences of some random Yelp reviewer. So, suppose all of you wanted to go out tonight. How do you know where to go? We know where you should go. Where to Go is a personalized dining recommendation app that takes into consideration all sorts of aspects of your personality, mood, and taste preferences, and pairs it up with unique aspects of restaurants, such as live music or an outdoor patio shown in our example. And it pairs you up with a perfect restaurant that you can try for any occasion.
Where to Go matches preferences with specific experiences. These are a few examples of our local Tucson favorites. Say a mother and daughter want to have a nice ice cream day. Where to Go might recommend that they go to the Hub Ice Cream Factory. Looking for a post-workout meal, Where to Go might recommend you go to Choice Greens. And if you finally found that date through the Rover app, Where to Go might recommend you go to Vito and Wire. We are essentially for food what Netflix is for movies, what Pandora is for music, and what Amazon is for products.
So Tucson is a fantastic city for us to start in. Not only is it our home base, but it's also a proven consumer test market. The phone company Cricket started in Tucson. So in Tucson, there's over 1 million people that call it home. It makes it the 33rd largest city in the United States, and it has a very diverse population. Now, the very neatest thing about this city for us specifically as a venture is that we were designated a 2015 World City of Gastronomy. That means the United Nations chose Tucson out of all the cities in the United States as the best city for food. And we're all from Tucson, and we can attest to that.
So what makes our matchmaking unique is that we know our members. Where to Go will have an extensive database of member profiles, knowing their likes, their dislikes, their moods, past restaurants they've been to. And we'll also have profiles on key restaurants. So we'll know the food items on their menu, the key descriptors of their ambiance, and really those words that the restaurant wants to convey to its customers. So essentially, we're matching the mood of the member with the food of the restaurant. Where to Go is to restaurants as Pandora is to music. My favorite music might not be your favorite music, and your favorite restaurant might not be my favorite restaurant. But that doesn't make it a bad restaurant. Our proprietary algorithm will match you with your favorite restaurant at the right time in the right place. So we'd like to thank you for listening to our presentation. Now you kind of know where to go. Call us back so that you can learn more on how to dine intelligently.
Hi, I'm Ivan Mendez.
And I'm Tim Wolf.
We are very excited to welcome you to WorkSuite. Our company concept began in the grocery retail industry when our CEO and former Albertsons manager, Daniel Dicochea, experienced problems while managing information that was spread over many different systems, such as paper checklists, clocking in devices, GPS trackers, even scan guns. After conducting over 120 interviews with lower-level employees and managers, we found that grocery retail stores are losing millions of dollars, as it is very time-consuming to work with this outdated hardware to account and manage productivity. So instead of using and purchasing this different hardware, WorkSphere enables companies to empower their employees by utilizing their phones as work tools through these features. After conducting over 124 interviews with 67 companies in 19 different industries, we validated the viability of WorkSphere and defined these most valuable features. We went ahead and tested our first alpha prototype at the Albertsons and Silverback Speedway, and we found amazing results. With only 3 features, we're able to save companies like Albertsons 12 minutes on report completion, 5.5 on pricing products, and 18 minutes on completing checklists, which all of it amounts to $295 in savings per employee per month with only 3 features.
Thank you, Evan. So right now we plan to launch at $40 per user per month. That's competitive with field service management software in the industry and leaves us a profitable margin as we move forward and grow the company. Here we want to show you just how large Albertsons is by showing you some of their other banners, including Bonds, Randall's, and Safeway, as well as some other grocery retailers that we will be targeting, like Kroger and even specialty stores such as Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. The company sees the real scalability, however, as we expand into other industries that we've validated through our interviews, such as just traditional retail, residence life, and even utility services. Through the McGuire Center for Entrepreneurship, we've been able to travel to 4 national business competitions, earning us valuable resources and learning experiences that have helped us grow our company. Seeing the progress that we have been able to make independently, store director Craig Bao at the Albertsons got so excited about the project that he's actually the one that's allowed us to do the testing that we presented. He's also pledged a personal investment and introduced us to officers higher up in the company, such as Shane Dorches, the division president, who we will meet with in June to negotiate a further expansion within Albertsons. It's been a pleasure presenting to you the progress that we have made over the year. We'd like to thank the McGuire Center and for everything they've done. It's been a crazy year, and we just look forward to telling you more about the company in the next presentation.